Right, that's an absolute peach. Right, everyone, welcome back to the Golf Magic YouTube channel. Today, join myself, Johnny and Willie Woods behind the camera at the incredible Mannings Heath Golf and Wine Estate, my local golf club. We're on the waterfall course, hole number
13.
13, yes, and we are comparing, or we may even going head to head in what is myself as Team Mini Driver against Johnny.
Team 3 Wood.
Team 3 Wood. So we did a video earlier, well actually a few weeks ago, of Mini Driver versus Driver. Got some mixed opinions in the comments, didn't we?
It did. People weren't too happy about the fact that we both picked Driver.
People didn't like us, but what must be said is after that, I took a likening to Mini Driver. So much so it is now, I'm not going to say firmly, because nothing's ever firmly in my bag, but it is positioned right next to my Ping G430 Max 10K. Now I may change the weights around at some point, but it's a cool club.
It is a cool club.
It works, maybe not on this course, but it works for me so far.
Yeah.
In this video, we're going to compare the overall aesthetics, and also we're going to hit some shots here off this hole, the number 13. We've got a brand new Foresight GC3 that will be in all of our videos going on from forever. This is an absolutely incredible piece of kit. Every single ball now, every single shot hit will be tracked with some lovely little data on the screen for you that I'll show you later. Johnny, we're going to have some fun here, so I'm just going to hit a shot, then we're going to talk about some things.
Yeah.
Because what Johnny's got, he's got the TaylorMade Qi10 Max. Actually quite a big profile for a 3-wood, isn't that right?
It is. It's quite deep and shallow, which is what I really like in a 3-wood.
Yep.
So you just sweep it off the tee, sweep it off the ground.
Yes, sweep it off the ground I think is quite important here. We've also got the Qi10 just behind you too that I'm going to be hitting. I'm not a 3-wood man. I'm not just a burner mini. I'm not just the aged copper burner mini because I like it. I'm also that because I don't like 3-woods. Can't hit them.
That's fine. I wasn't a 3-wood man before either, and this converted me. This did. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, let's see what happens here. I am now, as you can see, I feel like I'm teeing this quite low. I saw I watched a video yesterday when I was having lunch.
Yeah.
I had a chicken pesto pasta.
Oh,
it was incredible.
lovely.
Yeah, but what was it even better is that I was watching Rory's raw hitting session with the new age copper burner mini.
Yeah. He hits it pretty good. Unsurprisingly.
He was just there. It was very strange that he was hitting it so well, but he was just 100, I think it was 76 mile an hour ball speed, 300 yard carry. An absolute work of art. And he was teeing it actually a bit higher than this, but I want to encourage hitting down the golf ball. Yeah. Because
I've actually chatted to a few people about this, and they were saying it's ideally suited for players who tend to compress the ball further.
Yeah.
Eddie Pepperell came up again.
What?
I know, keeps on happening.
Man of the moment. Okay.
They're saying he can't really hit driver, he's a fantastic iron player, and so this suits him because he just squeezes it out.
Okay, interesting.
Doesn't like to hit up on the ball.
Okay, well.
Shout out Eddie Pepperell again.
That's exactly what I do. It's a good training aid if you hit too up on the ball, which I think I do.
That's what I think. I think I hit up on the ball. I mean, that'll work.
That was rifled.
That's an absolute peach.
Oh my God.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at some really nice numbers there, Johnny.
Yeah?
Yeah. We're going to kind of ignore it going left because it's not aligned completely straight. Yeah. Oh my God.
Carry 271, total 287.
Those numbers.
Woo, Nelly.
Those numbers.
I mean, I'm not going to be able to get anywhere near that with my 3-wood.
Those numbers are so good.
Yeah.
I'll just have a look at the spin rate there as well.
The beauty of having the GC3.
3,400 spin. Oh, I kind of feel like Rory. If it didn't
that
say
is
28
optimal.
yard, that is beyond optimal. 165 ball. I think this is my first shot of the day here too. We're going to hit one more too because
that was a delightful way to start the video.
Funnily enough, and then we can see there. So I was actually angle of attack 1 down, which I'm actually really happy about there because I think I used to struggle with my driver being about 5 up, which is that's really good. But then if I'm looking at my overall numbers, my 7-iron wouldn't be 6 down. It would be nowhere near that. And that would probably lead to my low point not being ideal.
Yeah, that's the same issue I struggle with. Yeah. I struggle with thinning the ball a lot. My low point, it can be all over the place for my irons.
I think quite a lot of amateurs struggle with that. Yeah. So I think we mentioned this in another video of the Mini Driver. I have to hit this down almost. Yeah. I can't, with the way I'm teeing it, I can't have hit this 3 up, something like that, can I? And I think that encourages that ball flight because then I can actually hit it and it has a little bit of draw bias, which is great. So I'll see if I can do that again.
I mean, it's a great hit.
It's not. I tell you what, that's a really bad swing.
Bit of a cut. Is that going to be on that tee?
That's going to be. It's okay. No, a little bit left of that.
A little bit left of the tee.
Spin through the roof. You saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah. 1.58 down, 170 ball. I should really get the spin up on here. Spin's going to be
2.5, 2.64. Yeah, it's quite a big drop off.
So that's what I'm going to say there. That is my that's my miss with this club.
Yeah.
But if we're, well, I'll show you just in a second. I'll pick this club up there, and you guys look at the numbers. We've got the lightweight positioned at the front, whereas we've got the heavyweight positioned at the back. I think a fitter.
Do you want to move it forward, make it a little less less spinning?
Yeah, I'll move it forwards, maybe towards the end of this video, and we'll show you guys the difference. But my miss with this club is spinny, and I wouldn't even say right, I would just say spinny slightly.
It wasn't massively right.
No.
I mean, well, I get that's the benefit, isn't it, of having the mini driver. If that was with your G430 Max 10K, I mean, that still would have kept it tight, but you would have probably been in the trees rather than just on the edge of the fairway.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, let's. I want to see your little 3-wood now.
Yeah.
So if we change over.
Little 3-wood.
It is little. You said, what did you say your carry was there?
I said it'll probably be between 220 and 230.
You're bang on. 226.
226.
226.
Yeah.
243 total.
Yeah.
And 3,000 spin. Realistically, those numbers are all good.
Yeah. That was just a bad swing.
It's just club face control there.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'm not a fitter, let's just say. Yeah. But I would imagine that 50-gram shaft in there is probably going to might hinder you a little bit more. But as you said, this isn't a club you're wanting to bomb, right?
No, not really. No. I mean, that's a bad example, but I usually find this quite easy to keep in play off the tee and off the fairway.
Okay, interesting.
Let me hit another one.
Yeah, please do. Stripe show.
Yeah,
is that it?
That's my usual shape.
Absolutely gorgeous, mate. Really good. 100 mile an hour club head speed. Mate, those numbers are really good for you. 3.5 spin. 144 mile an hour ball speed. That's fast. And
232, 248. Yeah, that's kind of what I usually aim to get out of this club.
Okay.
And I find it quite repeatable as well.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll hit one more then.
Okay.
If you feel quite repeatable, because I think the difference between me and you here is I think I'm still, as much as I love the mini driver, the word repeatable I don't have in my arsenal yet.
Yeah.
I think it's, and we can see there with the disparity in spin that I had from 300 to 5100.
Yeah, it's quite big.
That's quite big. So I will switch the weight when I hit it next. Whereas I think what we're seeing in your numbers here is 3500.
It's bizarre. When I actually first got this, I thought the shaft was going to be too whippy.
Right.
But it's actually worked out to be all right.
Yeah. Mint. Bit off the heel.
I mean, yeah.
Bit off the heel. Yeah, I mean,
that's
you can see the gear effect coming in play there.
But
and yet the spin's climbed up a little bit, but I tell you what, those numbers are still really good.
Yeah, I'd still take that.
Yeah, dead down the middle. Have a look at that there. 141, but that's a miss it.
219, 232. Yeah.
That's what's quite interesting. I think we've probably seen 2 miss hits from both of us there.
Yeah.
With you hitting it out of the heel, and I think I hit mine slightly out of the heel too. And they've both kind of done similar results. Your spin's climbed up from 3,300 to 4,200, but my spin's climbed up a little bit higher. And this 3-woods in general are a bit different, but if we're completely comparing head to head here, the mini driver has a bit more adjustability, especially in the hosel and also the weight.
Yeah, this has no adjustability yet.
Then again, if we really go into the detail of this, there's a lot of 3-woods that do have adjustability. The Qi10 Tour has a lot of adjustability, as much as the mini driver.
PXG Black Ops has got a lot of adjustability.
It's got so much. Yeah. What I'll do, let's now really compare like for the things that we don't like. And I'm not saying I don't like it, because that's subconsciously that I mean I would start hitting it badly. I'm now going to hit the Qi10 through, not the Max, because I've got a 6X in there, so a little bit stiffer.
And I'm going to hit the mini driver.
You are going to hit the mini driver. Quite a similar result.
God, that's good.
That was really good.
Oh, let's have a look at that then.
Oh, that was really good. That was so fast as well.
3.8 spin, 269 carry, 284 total, 168 ball speed.
That's so fast.
It's good. Very, very good indeed.
Let me feel something strange.
So it's slightly, I mean, would you say that was as good as your best hit with the mini driver? So the spin's slightly higher, but fractionally.
Yeah, and I'd expect a straight comparison between a 3-wood and a mini driver. Mini driver, probably a little bit lower launching.
Yeah.
Not something that would launch as high, not potentially being something you'd hit off the fairway to hit the green in 2 on something where you need it to stop on a dime. Probably wouldn't say this would be either, more like a 4 or a 5 wood.
I mean, you're getting what? You're getting 15 yards of rollout. So if you're going, I mean, there are greens that could hold that.
100% there are greens that could hold that.
Yeah.
That's
very good. Very good start.
Thank you, sir.
Absolute bullet.
That is a bullet.
Oh, let's have a look at that then.
We hitting it good today, Johnny.
Wow. Spins come down, 280 carry.
That was again
basically 300 total.
That was a middle.
That is good. That is impressive, which amazes me that you don't really like hitting 3-wood.
This is what's happened, I think, in 2 videos now with the TaylorMade Qi10 fitting.
Yeah.
I literally had about a 5-minute segment talking to the camera and talking to the fitter, and I'm like, I hate them.
I have seen that. Yeah. And he's like, what's wrong with you? That out.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. There could be a subconscious level here between me and a 3-wood that I've just never got onto it. Maybe it's a toxic relationship. I quite commonly have quite a lot of those, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I need to take it out on the course. I tell you what, maybe I need to take this out on the course. Maybe not this course, but another course, and just hit it off a tee and see what happens.
Well, I mean, we're going to hit a lot more shots.
We are indeed, and that's what we're going to see.
Get some better averages for you guys, because obviously just hitting 2 shots is probably not an appropriate way to analyse 2 different clubs.
No, not at all.
But having said that, I'm now going to hit 2 mini drivers.
Bombs. Airborne.
That's gone high.
That's gone very high. Good numbers. High spin.
It's just gone, just a touch right. It's just in the rough.
It's not a bad shot.
Not a bad shot.
There? It's at 4.41 up. Look at the numbers.
I like to hit up on the ball.
Numbers are fine.
226, 240. I mean, so it's kind of similar to my 3-wood.
Very, very similar. If we just quickly have a look at, I want to just compare straight away. So you've got 145, 143, 4,000 spin. Your 3-wood, 100. Oh, so similar.
Yeah.
Launch angle 15.6. That launch are quite high. Was that high in the face?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I can see it. It was slightly high in the face.
So I'm going to say categorically right now, this club is not for Johnny. Just by that one big number that I'm seeing on the full sight GC3 there, which is that 4.41 angle of attack up. It's a club that you want to probably compress.
Yeah.
You've teed it a little bit lower there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let's see.
That's lovely.
Just
drifting. But we're already seeing.
I mean, that's dropped down as well.
Yeah, it's fast. 250.
I've just closed the face. Club face control is an issue at the moment, Alex.
I tell you what, we're looking at those 2 there. 3.9. Yeah. You're going to struggle with this club. I think it's something that you really need to be 1 down, and that could lead to what we've seen there. And then again, I'm kind of talking as if I'm the mecca of mini driver. I hit 1 dead down the middle and 1 slightly right. You've just hit 1 right side of the fairway, then 1 left side of the fairway.
I mean, you don't have a lot of room left, do you?
No.
But that wasn't, I've just, I'm going to try and hit it like a driver, but just squeeze it out. Actually, I might move it a bit further back in my stance.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, God.
No, we should put that one in, because that's what you're trying to do now, is you're trying to, you're trying to do something that your swing isn't engineered for.
Yeah.
You're a 3-wood man.
I'm basically trying to hit a stinger.
You're trying to hit a stinger with someone who's hitting 4 degrees up on a club that needs to almost be 2 degrees down.
Yeah.
Which we can now see, actually helpfully enough, using the GC3, the club's not for you. No. We can see that's why. It's a cool club, and maybe the thing is, the way that club would be for you is if you teed it high like a driver. Then you've got to ask yourself the question, what are you gaining?
Is it going to perform better than my driver?
No,
Probably
what are you gaining from that?
Yeah.
That club needs to be played like a 3-wood rather than a driver and have that negative-ish angle of attack. I personally would never put that in your bag. I know it's a lovely club.
There's a reason why in the driver video I picked driver. There's a reason why in this video I've picked 3-wood.
Yeah.
It's just not for me.
No. Well, let's hit a few more shots now.
Yeah.
And we'll get some proper average numbers. Give us about 10 minutes or so, and we'll finish it off by looking at those numbers and also hitting 1 or 2 shots off the deck with all of the clubs, because that's exactly, yeah. So myself and Johnny have hit a selection of shots with both our 3-woods and our mini driver. Yes, we are sharing.
Our mini driver. Yeah. The Royal R.
And what's quite interesting is, I think, a lot of people talk about the difference between driver, mini driver, 3-wood. There are big differences. What we've actually seen within these data metrics here, and I'm actually going to go to yours, Johnny, first, is the averages between Johnny's 3-wood and mini driver is scarily accurate here in terms of there's no difference really between them. 101 mile an hour, 101 mile an hour, 145, 144.7. Spins different by average of 9, and carries different by an average of 0.7. yards, which is literally nothing. Launch angle, Johnny's launching it slightly lower than mini driver, which I do understand.
Yeah,
but actually
it's less loft, isn't it?
What I will show you is, if we actually now go back to the range and compare these wonderful things here, it looks like Johnny's overall actual launch angle is looks to be a little bit more consistent, apart from that one anomaly there. But I think you're a little bit more offline with the mini driver.
Yeah.
Would you say so?
Yeah, I tended to just hit it, I think, a little bit further left. I mean, that was kind of seemingly a pattern today. A lot of stuff was kind of slightly overdrawing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's interesting. I was very much Qi10 Max is the way for me to go. Having looked at those numbers, not a huge difference. But as we will come on to shortly, there is one deciding factor.
Yeah, 100%. I'm going to quickly touch upon my numbers because actually someone who is against a 3-wood, I bloody loved it. It actually carried 10 yards further. The spin was slightly lower. I absolutely nutted one towards the end that went 310. I finally feel what Rory McIlroy feels like.
That looked and felt good.
Yeah, it's. I'm going to have a lot of memories of that
felt
one.
Good. I didn't even hit it. No. Sounded good. Sorry, that's what I should say.
That's okay. It felt very good. I'll let you off. But to be honest, I think I struck it slightly lower on the face. That's why the launch angle was slightly lower. But once again, mate, I'm looking at these. I'm slightly faster with the 3-wood, slightly lighter shaft. Ball speed very similar. Smash factor very similar. Spin rate slightly higher with the mini driver.
It's going to be the year of the 3-wood for Alex Lodge.
It could be the year of the 3-wood for Alex Lodge. But there's one thing we've forgotten.
Yeah.
And that is, we were hitting it off the tee here. A club, I think that is that middle ground between the driver and let's say 5 or 7 wood. I think needs to be versatile.
I would agree wholeheartedly. Yeah.
Yeah, and that is the thing with this one. I don't know how versatile it is. Well, I do, and it's a little bit difficult. I think. I genuinely think this is a club that I would hit off the tee and off the tee only. We're going to find out here. We're just going to hit a few shots just to finish upwards, so you guys know to hit a 3-wood or a mini driver. Let's see if you can go first, Johnny.
Let's drop them on the deck.
Yeah.
Right. What are we going to go for first?
Whatever you want, mate.
Okay, so Alex, my one reservation with this club so far is down at address, off the deck, it looks more like a driver than it does a 3-wood.
It does.
And I would not consider myself a DOD king, sadly.
King. No.
However, looks can be deceiving,
100%.
and I'm intrigued to see how this does perform.
As am I, Johnny, as am I.
My hopes aren't high, but let's give it a go.
Aim low and avoid disappointment, I like that.
Yeah.
A little bit of a squirter, that one.
Bit of a squirter.
Yeah.
It's gone onto that tee box.
Tee.
Is that out of bounds, these white stakes?
No, you're fine, mate.
Okay.
You're fine.
That probably on the course would not be the end of the world.
No.
How far did it go?
Tell you what, it's fine. Carried 223.
Okay.
Total 240.
Yeah.
Spins a little bit low,
Yeah.
but with a 3100, but not that low. It kept it in the air.
It's a bit of that was a bit of a bullet.
I was going to say that one's had like 22 yards of or 20 yards of rollout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Not the best, but not the worst.
No, it's not. Yeah.
Slight miss it. Are you gripping down on it at all?
A touch.
Touch, yeah. Okay. Absolute.
Oh, and that's absolute
height.
peach.
And what's funny there, 245 total. Your angle of attack's now at 1 up, which can work with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
that has kind of disproved my fears.
has.
And I tell you why I did fear. I don't really like seeing that much of the face above the ball.
Do you not? Okay.
I really like a shallow profiled 3-wood. So it feels like you're just going to kind of sweep it and the full face is going to make contact. But yeah, no, that was impressive.
Okay.
And kind of poo-pooed my idea that this isn't quite as versatile as a 3-wood.
There's been a fair bit of poo-poo in this video.
There's been a bit of myth busting.
We've myth busted quite a few of our kind of scaries.
Turns out you like a 3-wood, and me hitting a mini driver off the deck's not the end of the world after all.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, I said off camera to Johnny, and I'll be honest with you guys, off the deck I would never really think of hitting this off the deck. I said it'd be pot luck if I could actually hit this at the middle or top it. I looking at it, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I grip down it quite a lot, almost like that. Yeah. And just really, really try and compress the ball. So this will be quite an interesting one. But after seeing those numbers that I know I'm hitting it 1 or 2 down, I feel a little bit better about myself.
Yeah, squeeze it out.
Squeeze it out. Like every morning after a coffee. Come on.
Yeah, you even took a divot.
I took a divot.
It's an absolute peach.
I took a bloody divot, mate.
Let's carry that bunker. That's gone far.
That was low spin, yeah, 2.53 down.
Yeah.
I didn't hit it great. Well, no, I hit it well.
If I said to you, you're 286 yards from the green,
probably give you a big fat kiss.
And you were to hit that, you'd be quite happy, wouldn't you?
But that being said, I'm going to hit another one because that was
2.8. Yeah. Good spin.
Good spin. What's the launch? 8.7. So quite low launch. This is the thing. If I've got 280 out from a par 5, probably not going to go for it.
I was going to say.
If I want to call it 250 and wants to launch high and drop like a dime, that's a 7-wood.
Yeah.
That's not a club like this. So that actually would have been probably one of the most enjoyable shots I've hit in a long time, because the amount of tribulations that I've had not tribulations, the amount of absolute like nightmares I've had of topping shots.
Yeah.
Whereas that's almost the opposite, right? I'm actually compressing the ball there 2.53 down.
Just kissing the turf.
Oh, it's almost like I'm not Sergio Garcia, but you know when he hits like drive for the deck and he takes a divot? That's kind of what it felt like.
Mark Leishman's good at that as well.
And Eddie Pepperell.
Shout out Eddie Pepperell again. That's good as well.
That is lovely.
Yeah, it's just straightening out.
You see how it's just a little bit of a low riser with those ones? Yeah, 170 ball.
It's a great shot.
Oh, that was good, mate.
That was good.
That was good. Can you hand me the 3-wood straight away?
Yeah.
Actually, no, do you want to go straight into it? Or
no, you go for it.
You sure?
You're also feeling good.
That was lush. Just drifting, though.
Drifting.
Yeah, I think
you're fine. You're on that tee, aren't you?
Yeah, good. I mean, that one I'm striking a bit down. I reckon that's pretty similar numbers, to be honest. We haven't changed the table, so we won't really compare.
So 268 carry, 287 total. Yeah, very similar ball speed. Let me just go back to the table.
I think similar launch angle as well for that one. That's probably about 8. Launch angle 7, so that's still low.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the result. That's so nice. That's really, really good. Fast. 40, so a bit higher spin.
Yeah.
But 240 overall, 225 carry.
Still, yeah, just short of that bunker.
A1 for you though. Really good. I'm happy that's a bit of a miss hit though, because that's fine.
That's fine. It's just right at the fairway.
Yeah. And that's your bad shot. And
that's the bad one,
It's good that we've hit a selection of good and bad shots in this video, because we can see there that's quite gone 250 because you hit a little bit low in the face.
Yeah.
Lower spin. But you're fast though, 104.
Ooh.
150 ball speed. That's a miss it as well slightly.
Yeah.
So I think we're showing here that it's closer than we think.
Yes.
And I would never now, after this video, after both testing it out, I'd never count either one out for any type of golfer.
I would say, I mean, and this is going to sound like a massive cop-out, but...
What's a draw?
I know, I wouldn't say it's a draw, but I think massively it's one where you've got to really go and hit both. If you go for a fitting, go test them both out. Don't just hit them off the tee, hit them off the fairway as well. Get an idea for how it feels, how it looks at address, and that will give you probably a greater appreciation of which could replace it. And you might have both.
Yeah, 100%.
Unlikely, but you might have both.
I would say unlikely. I think the previous video we did of mini driver versus driver was a bit more entertainment purposes. This, I think, is the true test of comparing a mini driver to a 3-wood. It is very close. And I think it's more down to what you prefer and what your swing's like. I think if you're someone who hits more down on it, I would personally go for a mini driver. If you're someone who hits more up on it, I think something that is like a large profile 3-wood could be the one for you. I think I'm actually going to stick with the mini driver for now.
And I am going to stick with my Qi10 Max.
Which I think is a good decision all around. But everyone watching this video, let me know what you use. Do you use a 3-wood? Do you use a mini driver? What's what? If you did enjoy this video, leave a like down below. And if you are new to Golf Magic, of course, smash that big red subscribe button. We're going to do a lot more mini driver and 3-wood content coming soon. I think there might be some new mini drivers out over the next few weeks and months. And of course, we've got to find out which one's the best, don't we?
Oh yeah, of course.
Because, I mean, I quite like TaylorMade, but there are some other brands in the works who could release some very sexy mini drivers. So stay tuned for that. Myself and Johnny, well, we'll see you at the next video.